Hey, what is up, guys? Joseph here for another review of The Walking Dead. This one is going to be my review of The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 6, titled Always Accountable. Alright, so this episode, and before I get into it, spoiler alert, and while I'm on that subject, in my top 10 Disney movies, I got a couple of private messages telling me that why don't you talk about spoilers? You talk about spoilers and your Walking Dead reviews and all that stuff. There's a difference between talking about spoilers in a top 10 rather than talking about spoilers and a review. Because in a review, you're basically talking about what happened in the show, what happened in the movie, or whatever you're reviewing, and how you like it, do you dislike it, what do you wish they would have done differently, that kind of thing. So in reviews, I am going to be talking about spoilers. In top 10s, I won't. So that's clear. So as for this episode was pretty good. There's still a lot of people that are upset about them not showing what happened to Glenn. Guys, for those of you that do watch the show, I know a lot of you probably subscribe to me just because you feel like you have to. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. But for those of you who actually watch this show, they are going to show Glenn is probably going to come up this Sunday. They've already, not them like AMC and them, but there's a Spoiling Dead fans. I don't follow them. Don't throw me out there and says you look at the spoilers, all that stuff. I don't. I got a message linked to it, and me being me, I opened it up and I read it. But that page, they are pretty much always accurate with the details. Like they're the ones that told everybody that Glenn was going to be in this situation. They're the ones that proved that Andrea died. They're the ones that proved Hershel would, Noah would, among many others. But according to that website, which is pretty accurate in their predictions, Glenn is going to show up this Sunday night in episode 7. Hopefully, sometimes they're wrong, but most of the time, 90% of the time, they're right. We'll see this Sunday. Hopefully he will be, but I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm pretty sure everybody who doesn't watch The Walking Dead, who watches my videos, and I know there's quite a bit of you that out there, a lot of you saw Facebook basically explode when that happened to Glenn. Glenn alive, Glenn dead ever since then. Every episode, where's Glenn? Is he dead? Is he alive? What happened to him? Trust me, that is going to be like a walk in the park compared to a certain scene. And those of you who read the comics, y'all will know what I'm talking about. There's a certain character that I don't remember if I mentioned who it was, but I remember I referenced this situation. A certain someone gets their, I don't know if I said what body part. Oh well, I'll go into it. A certain someone gets their eye blown out. In the mid-season finale is going to happen. I guarantee it. I can see them ending next week's episode with the walls coming down and the zombies start to infiltrate Alexandria, and the part I'm referencing, is going to be the ending of the mid-season finale. Anyway, I'm trailing off. As for this episode was pretty good. I knew, again, it was going to be this build-up episode, which I guarantee the mid-season finale, you guys will forgive every single build-up episode. Mark my words, you forgive each and every single one of these build-up episodes. I promise you. Just be patient. But this episode, really only followed three characters: Sasha, Abraham, and Daryl. Daryl and Sasha and Abraham is on the mission to direct direct the horde of zombies away from Alexandria, 20 miles away, I believe. And they run into some trouble in a group that many people believe is going to be the Saviors. And for those of you who don't know the Saviors is basically a group of people that follow one individual in particular by the name of Negan. Negan is going to be I don't want to say too much. He will come in a very memorable, brutal way. If you guys want to know, look it up. I'm not going to tell you. But let's just say he kills a member of the group in a very brutal way. One of the most important deaths in the whole comic series so far. I'm really looking forward to when Negan actually comes in. And again, there's a lot of people that think Daryl gets taken hostage by a man and two women. The blonde girl ends up dying. And there's the guy and the brunette. I believe, me along with, I'm guessing, so many other people, because I've seen it everywhere, those two, the couple, the man and the brunette, are the TV adaptation of the comics Dwight and Sherry. Now, Dwight is basically the Daryl of the comics. Crossbow wielding, has his face, he's basically like Two-Face. Has part of his face burned off by Negan, who burned it with an iron, I believe. And Sherry, the wife of Dwight, is basically one of Negan's girls. Sleeps with her and all that stuff. And they're basically setting it up like it is Dwight and Sherry. Because, one, Dwight is on the run from the group that I, for one, believe are the Saviors. Two, he steals Daryl's crossbow and motorcycle. Three, he might not have the hair, but it's pretty close to the exact same look, like the build and everything else. So I really do think it's Dwight, but only time will tell, like usual, and we'll have to see on that. And to end this one, the last thing I'll talk about is, I think that's really the only, Abraham is, in the comics, Abraham and Rosita are in a relationship like they are in the show. In the comics, in the TV show, they're basically setting up as Sasha going to be the girlfriend, the cheating party of the Abraham and Rosita love triangle. In the comics, it was Holly, I believe, who died in episode 2. I believe episode 2, JSS. But they're setting it up like Sasha's going to be that third wheel, and I don't know, because at first I've already talked about this. I thought it was going to be a far-fetched no matter what, but I thought that Sasha was going to be the Andrea of the TV show, going to be the girlfriend of Rick, and she's already the sharpshooter of the group. She's already in the tower protecting the group, and that made me think that she was going to be the Andrea of the show. But with this, I don't think Sasha's going to be the girlfriend of Rick anymore. maybe if you guys want it, I'll do a video giving my predictions of who I think now is going to be the girlfriend of Rick. I don't see it being Sasha. They could prove me wrong. They could stir us in another direction. Anything's possible. But right now, as of episode 6, I don't think it's going to be Sasha. Like I said, could be wrong, but we'll see in the near future, probably. But I believe that's it on this one. All in all, I really like this episode. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, mid-season finale is going to be a guaranteed live reaction. So, live reaction, mid-season finale, should be a good one, hopefully. And this Sunday night at 9 o'clock, I will be doing a test run on the live stream because it's going to be my first ever. I'm going to try and see if I can figure it out. It shouldn't be that hard, but just in case. And other than that, that's pretty much all I got coming out. Oh yeah, the top 10 underrated Disney movies will be happening this week. Forgot, change of schedule, rescheduled plans with Noah Hall from Scooter Podcast, and things came up and we couldn't do it together, and I was busy and I couldn't do it by myself. So this Wednesday night, it will be up. What time? I don't know. Before midnight. On Wednesday, before midnight. I'll guarantee you that. And I believe that's pretty much it. Yeah. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook at JMash97. Follow me on Twitter at JMash97. And I will see you all in the next one. Mash out.